Okay, so first to create a Mude, okay, we are talking about a Mude. First, create one simple repository. Or I am just opening existing one, otherwise. What is the latest one? 8 is the last number, right? 8. Okay, so here we have let's say one repository. So assume that initially some development has been done, or if there is no development, how many projects you are planning to develop in the repository, you imagine. So now, because when we are creating a folder means how many folders you need, first we will decide it. In the same way, right now there is a small development is already there. So in every we have folders and all. But in case if it is from the scratch, you are beginning from the zero. So you try to create one dummy fact tables and then try to create different subject areas, okay, for each project. So let's say these two people work on sales and these two people work on HR. So you create one subject area and for sales one subject area for HR. If you want to further break up two subject areas in HR, you create it. But you try to create some subject areas here and try to keep some fact table because to make your repository validated. That is them. So you don't need to put complete development, but just a logical folder structure should be available. So it is there actually now. So once you have created that, so just go to manage and you will find a section called projects. So now here I am grouping. So this is this project and this is this project and this is this project, and that is how I am just trying to group it. So I am going to actions here and say new project. So then it will ask you, you want to create a project on a business model layer or a subject area. Anything you can choose it. Because presentation layer is nothing but a dragging the columns only, nothing will be there. Okay. So that's why I am choosing BMM layer. Or you can also choose subject area. Subject area means in the presentation layer what we have. And you can choose anything. So right now I will choose BMM layer. I will choose sales, okay, revenue, okay, as one project. Okay, so just select it and then add it. Okay, you will see what are the fact table. Fact table means you will get all the corresponding dimensions also. That's the reason every subject area is one star kind of thing. So say okay. And the same way I'm creating one more project. So this is the minimum thing. So you just keep some tables, dummy table, no matter, just keep some dummy tables or one table, okay, and then divide it, done. So this is my basic repository. And right now where it is located, it is in the okay, this is the one I have created. Apart from this, and also moving everything to, not keeping anything here. I think the only last repository which I required is this one. What is the highest version number you see? 8 only, right? So 8 I need here because when I start OBIEE server, it will look for this file repository. Now it is not running. So this is not our work, okay, something. So right now what is, I have one repository, in that I have some projects created, that's all. So now I am taking this repository which I have made or created with a lot of projects and placing this into folder which I have created yesterday. Okay, so whatever repository I am planning to be used by all people or to be developed by many people, and I have logically divided them into projects, and then that repository I have placed in a common location, that this folder should be accessible to everyone. So that I just placed over here, that's all. So now if it is one repository located on every individual desktop, so they can develop and then others will not be knowing. And if you want to merge things and all, it will be very difficult. So that is the reason now she is going to work on one subject area and he is going to work on another subject area, or both are going to work on same subject area, whatever it is. Okay, but there is a situation, multiple people are going to be developed and all have to be on one single repository only. I cannot, and OBIEE will not recommend and will not be used multiple repositories at a time. There is technical possibility is there, but you never use multiple repositories. You will use one repository. You place all the subject areas whatever you want for 100, 200, whatever you want. Okay, so now assume that I am a user 1. Okay, so a different person. I can open offline, online means, when I say offline means the repository should be present on my machine. I will open, develop, save it. Online means it will open whatever is there already being used, means which is already loaded into BA server, that it will open automatically. But now first time I am using multi-user, okay, means I am trying to log into the repository which is located in shared location, which is meant for to be used by all the people. Okay, so that is the reason I am going to multi-user and selecting multi-user checkout. So what is checkout means, generally in IT, when you are placing any file or any code, so you will see a terminology called versioning. What is versioning? Okay, in the versioning you will see two words, check-in, checkout. So if you want to place a file, generally if I copy a file into C drive, it will copy it and then anybody can open this file and anybody can change the file. But if I want to prevent somebody making changes once you place any code or a file, so generally you will have some tools called version control tools. Okay, and these version control tools will prevent making accidental changes on a file. So there are so many versions. Even OBIEE also supports version control internally, and it can also be integrated with other version control tools. So in that you will see two normal wording: check in, check out. Check out means there is a file, okay, and I am requesting that software, okay, I want to make some changes. Please release it for me. So when you say that, what is internal meaning is it will create, you will keep the original file as it is, it will release a new copy for you. So whenever you make changes here, it will not disturb your original ones. And once you make any changes on this, the second one which is given to you, and if you want to permanently save them, you have to say check in. So when you say check in, it is going to be saved, but it will maintain previous copy and a new copy. When you open a normal, it will open always latest, but always you will have a provision to select whether you want to open an old one, new one. Even somebody has a personal grudge on you, accidentally you want to forcefully make some changes on your code, it won't accept. Once you place a software code in a version control software, any change if you do, that will be a new file only, new file. It will be not on an existing file, so that you will have current, future, or any kind of 100 years back code also if you want to see, you can see. So here also it is going to internally maintain version control also for you. So now I make some changes. After that I will make some changes. You can see what is now, what is previous, and all that you can see. That's why it is asking checkout. See, I'm not at all using a repository name here. I just went to, it is a blank, and I went to file and say multi-user and then say checkout. See what is the name it is trying to open. So where it is actually shared. So how does it know it is a shared and this is the file? Yesterday in the tools, in the options, I given a file name here, path here. So it will go to this path and then it will open whatever. You should always keep only one repository in that path. Don't keep more than one. So it will try to open that repository automatically for you. And give the password. Then it is asking. So there are two projects in that. If you open in online, offline, it will not ask for this one. Okay, it is asking, choose your only code. So now I am looking for sales. Then immediately, so what is that location? It is a common location, maybe it may be in a server or whatever it is. Okay, now immediately when you choose it, it is what it is doing? Create a new subset repository. The original one is there, and you have chosen, you are going to work on a sales project only. So what it is going to do, whatever code related to sales, whatever subject areas related to sales, it will take only that and then try to create a new repository on your local machine. Not other, since you choose and sale, it will create repository in your local machine. A new copy it is going to create. That's why create a new subset repository. And here I am giving this as a sales. Say save. So now you can see, do you see any other thing except this one? We don't see any other folders here. What are all objects required for this one? Okay, those only, and since I have not chosen presentation layer also, it is not there. If you, when you have created a project presentation layer also in that presentation layer, so then it will also show that. So that's not an issue, you can just ignore it. So here, and do you see that HR tables, Scott and all? No, because it is only showing. So it will prevent accident. You purposely, if you want to go and disturb others code also, you will not do. Okay, because I am asked, you selected only this project. Okay, so now assume that is already there, but I am going to make some changes. I am adding some extra metrics here. Okay, extra column I have created, and then what I am doing in this, we have already units, sorry, sum of quantity. For the sum of quantity I am selecting none, just for a moment. Okay, and then I will drag this over here. Not consistent. Okay. Okay. Unless we disturb the important one. I'll take this one. So, what changes I have done right now in this repository? To one added extra column, and there is already one metric is there, measure is there. For that I change the measure aggregation type and save it. Fine. Okay. Now at the same time, okay, I'm going to open one more. So this time also there is this guy is another person. Maybe I can choose HR or same. And this time I am selecting as a subset 1. So what I am doing, I am going to create one more. And which one I have changed? This one, right? What did I kept for this? Huh? Count I kept. Okay. So this time I will keep it as a last. So now, right now I open 2, but actually speaking, it will be opened by 2 people in their machines. So first guy opened this sales, selected sales, and he added one extra column, he made some changes. One more guy opened this one, and it is created a copy, and then he added something, and then he made something. So both are right now sitting in their local machines. What are the names? Subset 1 and subset 2. Whatever name you have given, it's right now to not to confuse, I given 1, 2, but different machines you can give same name also, no problem. So now all this code I want to save it. So right now in first repository I have one extra column, one change. Other repository one extra column, one change. But both are working on a sales only, but it has to be combined. It is a one small change, but you may add extra tables, lot of things you can do. Or you may, let's say for example, right now in this repository, in the BMM layer, from customer to revenue metrics, I am making as a outer join. Anything you can change it. It is a pure RPD development. Fine. So now all has to be confirmed there. So that's why first I am going to the subset one. First go to file and say, once you already open in a multi-user, you can go and here say multi-user. We already done checkout. Okay, then when you open already in a checkout, so compare with original. When you select compare with original, it will show you compared to the actual original one. Okay, what are the changes or extra here you can see. So this is only comparing with subset one and original one. Subset one has only one extra column, one change. So and we have added everything into presentation layer. That's why showing lot of things. Okay. Say now means it is only for verification purpose. What you have added extra. So now what I am doing, I am just, so you will have couple of options here. Okay, one is called merge, one is called this one. We will go one by one later. So I am going to multi-user. Okay, publish to network. So whatever changes I have done in subset one, extra column one change, I am going to publish to the original one because right now it is in my machine. So this I am pushing on to original one, the main one. Where is the main one? Main one is in a Mude folder. And right now what is I am opening here is on my local machine. So I am saying, so it is asking you, okay, since it is going to apply your changes on that one, for your changes you can give some name that is generally called versioning. Added so now what happened? Right now original was there and I have taken subset one. So if you see subset one to the original one, what is difference? Here my focus is on subset one and original one. Only one column extra and one change. So and since first time I am doing, it will go and put your changes there. No problem. So over. Once you say publish, if you go and see here, you will not see that you will not see those subset one related files here. Okay, so your subset one related files are not there. Previously we had, now it is not there. So now we have one more second one. Second one I have given subset only. Those are those. So local machine for till the time you make the changes, only your repository will be there on your machine. Once you say publish, the code will be go and then applied onto your original one. Okay, and then it will clean up your folder, whatever. If you want, you can create a backup, but it will be placed over there, everything. And now it will not. So now we have some things, but it is all related to your this one. Now I am again going to publish network. So now you tell me, will there be any challenges? This is where you have to be under the whole concept. Mude will be here only. So now what I have done is have a original one repository here. Okay, let's say we have 1, 2, 3 lines example. So this is all sales lines only. Sales code 3 lines are there. Now this guy opened this repository subset and this guy opened this repository. So when I open this repository, how many lines we have here? 3 lines are there. So 3 lines came here and 1, 2, 3 opened here. And what I have done, I added 4th line. I had made some change to 2. When I deal this and this, what is the changes you have? So now both people opened at a time. So what will be there here? 1, 2, 3. Here is 1, 2, 3. So he opened 1, 2, 3. He opened 1, 2, 3. This guy added 1, 4 and made some changes to 3. If I only compare the original one and then the subset one, okay, this I will call as a 1, S1, subset 1, and this I will call as a subset 2, and this is also original. If I compare original and S1, what are the differences? One change and one extra. So now I went and pushed these changes to this here. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now here 2 changed and 4 added. Okay, it is over, clean. So now this guide duty is over. So now I am going to compare here. Now when this guy opened, what was the original one? 1, 2, 3, not the 1, 2, 3, 1. So now if I go and compare it with, and if I go and try to push my code, so what I have done here, I added one extra line 5 and made changes on 3. So now original, when I have taken this one, what was there? 1, 2, 3, not the 1 yellow 4. And after taking 1, 2, 3, I made 5, added 5, and again I made changes to also. This guy made changes to, this guy also made changes to. But so this guy made a minimum, this guy made an average or something else and added. So if it is extra, no problem. 5 is extra, you added 4, I can go and place 5 there. But when I go and try to keep this 2 there, when I have taken the original one, it was something else. Now somebody went and pushed something else, and now I am pushing something else. Lot of mess up. So this is where the actual, the Mude means for this, if you have only 1, 2 people are working, 2 people working, no problem. The actual problem comes only here only. If you, this guy is developing and this guy is developing, so only 2 people, no problem actually. But this is the actual complex situation. So now when I am going to try, okay, now you will get. So now it is OBIEE trying to your changes the as per this Excel sheet, it is going to place 5 here because it is everything has to be on this repository. So it can go and add 5 to here because there is no conflict there. But when it's trying to go and add 2 here, original one having something, this guy made to something. Original is a what was there in the original? Counter average, right? Original was average. So this guy made it to count and this guy made it to min or something else. So a lot of confusion. So now on same column 2, this guy made a count and have made a minimum. So tell me, should I consider my change or this guy change? This is called conflict. The key thing in OBIEE is this, Mude. Okay. So now if you see, it is already identified. Since there is a conflict, so 2 conflicts you can see. So one is relationship. So in original one, that guy has selected as a inner join, somebody made to outer join, and in other place it is a inner join. So you tell me, should I take a outer join or a inner join? So conflict. What is there in the original? Original is a inner join. What the other guy has done? Inner join. One guy is having only inner join. What other guy is having? Sorry. So you choose what do you want. Now, if you click this, so there are so many things. So sum, okay, sum, anyway it is already there. And if you take, So for some columns I may average quantity, average fixed cost. You see, lot of changes we have here. Average quantity changed in both different. Average quantity if you take, what is original average, what is other guy made count, last. So this way, original was something, this guy took that, made some changes, this guy took, made some changes, and now tell me, you decide, okay, what is that to be considered to make it final. So this nobody can, so your lead or somebody who is managing your project has to take a decision. Okay. So now you choose whether you want to take a modified one or current one. Okay, and you will also have here, you have to take a modified join or you want to take a current one. So you take anything, whatever you want. Okay, and say finish. So now your final changes are gone to this one. So this will now have a final one. What are changes you have done? So this is actually called multi-user development environment. If you configure first and then use only, this way it will do that. Okay, so automatically take care of conflicts, merging all the code into one repository. And if I go and open this repository, Mude, what is there in the Mude in a normal method, generally any repository is in Mude, shared file that can be opened in a read-only mode only. Sales analysis. So we added some extra columns. Those both columns you will see. First one added something, second one added something. And for this one, what is that taken? Last one only, which is there. It is not considered. So this way, all things can be combined into one particular repository. This is called Mude. So once you open Mude, once you configure everything in your Mude, if you go to file and then go to multi-user, you can also see something called history. It can show you how many times your repository has been modified. So this is the original one, 0, first time, okay, first time is there, and 1, okay, it is first time. If you remember, when first person added this comment, and the last one is this one, and there are some conflicts and they have got the resolution from your manager. And if you still want to open any particular repository at that time only, you can also see prior to merge what is that changes you have. And I want to open repository before that, whatever is there. I want to open right now what, okay, even I can go and try to, what are the conflicts got resolved here. So all that information will automatically get opened here in the Mude. So you will get lot of tight control of your program changes can be controlled in the Mude. This is one way of opening. So now I didn't plan very well and then I didn't really configure Mude. And she developed some changes, he developed some changes, and he developed some changes. Accidentally, they are completely three different. We didn't configure a Mude, but still there is a provision to Mude it, to combine it. Okay, you will get some challenges, but you have to do it very carefully. And what I can do now, so now this is the some original one. So this is one original one. Okay, somebody he took this one and then he made some changes. You go and make any changes, no problem. Okay, I'll just so this is he took and then he started making changes, and again somebody took the same repository and then he made changes. There is no project or anything. So all are developed, okay, in their individual machines. Okay, there is no relation. Somebody took and accidentally, without knowing any person, okay, what he is doing, okay, they took this copy and then made some changes. But now you have to combine all of them. It is not advised and you will get lot of, you can do it technically, but need lot of business knowledge also. It is not like blindly I can mix up. You will have to pay lot of attention, but how you can do technically, first go to repository, RPD, first open any one of the modified one. So how many right now we have? The one original one, made changes. So open any one. So here you will find out the option called merge. Okay, so here you will see couple of options. Okay, current one is the first one. Okay, somebody modified that one, that I am considering as a current one. And you will see original and also modified. What is original? The one which is actually original, and give the password. Modified. So other guy also took the same original and modified. Okay, select it. Okay. Now, when you are trying to merge, when you say next, it is going to combine all of them into one. So now you will have two options here from 11G onwards. You will see something called patch merge, patch repository merge. Means when you select this patch repository merge, what OBIEE will do, whatever extra changes you are going to combine onto the main original one, only that code it will keep into one XML. Okay, it will not create everything combined. Patch means extra, whatever is extra. So original one is already there. This guy made some, this guy made some. Whatever you are going to apply here, and only that extra excess one it will keep into XML when you select patch merge. So generally again you need lot of knowledge, and also your project have to take a decision, are you going with a patch merge or a full merge. Okay. So now I am selecting full merge. Patch merge will be Oracle provided because other competitors are providing, but is not a workable thing in OBIEE, because you have a main repository and I want to add something extra to this one. After adding the OBIEE kind of design, if you see, if you make some change, it may disturb others also. So that is the reason it will not work 100% in OBIEE. Other technologies it will have. If you go and add something to your main repository, you have to verify also that this extra change is not disturbing other existing code. That also you have to prove. Then only you can keep it in the real production. That's why not a doable or a optable solution. That's why option is there. Generally, will never use it. So that's why I'm going with full repository merge and say next. Now again, see it is showing what are extra and all that. Wherever no conflicts, it will take you. Okay, what is current, what is modified, and what is that all. Okay, so added to current one. In one repository we have a usage tracking added, in one repository we have not added. So take whether you want to add or you don't add it. So I'll say current one. Remaining all independent only. So there is no conflict, but there is a conflict for this one only. Say finish. So it will combine all of them into one repository and then it will place that final one into this name. So this one will contain the one. This is how you can manage your multi-user environment. You have a merge. So the second one which I showed you is called three-way merging, and first one is called Mude. You can do this way or that way, but that is a better one. Still we can do. We need lot of some knowledge on the way how the repository works and all. Okay. So this is the concept of the Mude. Okay. So now except a couple of things like 2-3 security topics, and then one is parent child hierarchy. Okay, and ragged hierarchies. So we are done with the RPD. Okay, still 2-3 security topics to be discussed, and then hierarchy part, parent child, and then ragged and skipped hierarchies are there. That is a very easy one, that all can be finished in one. So now we are good to start with the reporting section, analysis and all that. Okay. So what I am doing, we will maybe if you can come, because the reporting initial classes will be very basics. Okay, I'll color changes and all that. Tomorrow I'll ask someone to just quickly walk through them, only that analysis, colors, whatever is there, and immediately I will jump and then take up the advanced one in the analysis. So initial part, okay, what is means what these guys, I'll ask other guys to cover is how to create a report, properties are there, how to make the color changes and all that. But by the time dashboard comes, I'll take one real scenario, because even if you talk also it won't help. What is the best way you can get help from the OBIEE is, if you take one real dashboard scenario, try to build reports and how you sync up everything, that is actually required. And I'll ask them to finish the basic stuff and then I'll continue from there. If you can come 7:30 tomorrow, I'll ask other people to finish, then I'll continue on that one. Anybody OBIEE, ODI, both people are there? No, none of OBIEE guys are coming to ODI, right now? Then I don't have any problem. So don't worry, I'll be continuing only the basic analysis, report creation and color changes, properties, these guys will explain. Then again I will recap it. What is very important in your files, okay, we'll take some reports and then we'll do the real dashboard implementation. You can come 7:30 tomorrow.
రేపు రాలేదు